Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Show that special someone how much you care with a homemade Valentine this year. Joining us now with some creative options, we welcome artist Bri Rossi. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Look how adorable all these examples that you've brought are. So fun and so many different ideas.
Yes, yeah, so many different ways that you can make handmade Valentines with things that you have already around your home, or really easy things to grab at the local craft store. So I brought a couple of different styles that we could do today. Some good options for getting like all of your friends together and making like handmade Valentines for your loved ones, getting your kids together. Really easy things that you can do at home, but they have that handmade touch, which I think just adds so much love to an item.
Well, they look very impressive, but you've told me that these are simple.
Yes.
We can do this.
Yes, yeah. So I thought we would start with just making some simple hearts. I feel like this is a good foundation.
It's a good place to start.
For Valentine's Day. I don't know if you remember, I feel like a lot of people learn how to make a heart in elementary school, but sometimes like you kind of forget as you get older. So what we're gonna do is start with a folded piece of paper. And then if you wanna grab one of those crayons in there, you can use a crayon, a pen, a pencil, whatever you have
many
available.
Crayons in my home, believe it or not.
Yes. So grab whatever color. And then you're just gonna draw half of a heart. So just like that, like half a heart shape. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's handmade. And then you're gonna take your scissors and cut that out.
I can do this. You're making me feel very competent that I know I can make a heart.
And I feel like this is such a good thing. So you can use construction paper, you can use crafting paper. Like there's a lot of really cute designs. So it's a really like
ready to be amazed. Wow.
Yes. Yay. And I think it's cute too, like that could be a card too. You could write a little message inside of it and then you open it up and it's a heart. So that's a really good foundational one. Another really easy thing to do is watercolor. I know this is kind of an intimidating medium for a lot of people, but I think it's a really nice versatile one for different handmade items. So like this piece that I did here, I just got a big piece of watercolor paper and I made different kind of blotches of different pinks and reds, and it creates this beautiful effect.
It looks so pretty.
It does, and it's really simple. So do you want to try a little bit?
Let's do it.
I have these great cards with envelopes.
Oh, cool.
You can just get them at your local craft store, but it's like a great place to start for handmade cards.
What a great idea.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your card and make sure you have the front side. And then you're gonna take your paintbrush and watercolor, like in its name, you need a lot of water. So you're gonna do a nice full dunk. And I actually like for the cards to open them up, because we'll just decorate. You could decorate both sides. But one side is usually a good place to start. And then you kind of think about what colors you want to do. I think there's a lot of pinks and reds around this time of year, but you can really think about the person you're going to give it to and choose colors based on what you think that they would like. So if they're a green or a blue person or a purple person, you can kind of start there and then work within that color family. So
do I just dive in?
Just dive in, get some paint on there, and you can really be generous with it. And then we're just going to create lovely blotches on your paper. And my favorite part about watercolor is that once you add in another color, it starts to spread. And it will start to create these cool effects. And create this
so you
like
don't
overlap.
have to have a perfect design
You
in mind.
You don't. And then after it's dried too, once you have your design in the background, you can do a nice message on the front. You can write like, I love you, or you can look up some really fun puns online if they like a pun, you know. There's a lot of really good ones around Valentine's Day. So I always love to go that route as well.
This is so cool.
Yeah, and it's like a really relaxing thing. You don't need anything special when it comes to watercolor. I mean, if you're a professional, you're gonna wanna use professional watercolors, but Prang and Crayola have great little sets like this that are very affordable and great for kids.
And make it more blobular.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Go. I don't know. This isn't very Valentine's, but it's feeling very nature, soothing.
It's one of those things where you got to trust the process too a little bit.
Why not?
So once it dries, it's going to create all of these cool water effects too.
This is such a great idea. Thank you so much for sharing this with us today. I am inspired. Okay, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.